What's going on, everyone? So today I'm going to show you how to make R&B beats. First, we're going to get into the composition aspect, what kind of scales, progressions, and chords you want to use. Then we're going to process our sounds so you can get that gloomy, vintage, and also modern aesthetic. And finally, I'm going to show you how to lay down the perfect drums so any R&B singer can hop on your beat. Let's do this. So first thing you want to do is set the tempo between 100 and 120. I'm going to set it up at 110. We're going to set up our scale highlighting. So the majority of R&B songs that I analyzed are in the minor natural. So I'm going to start by laying down the root notes on the first degree of the scale. Go to the 6th, 5th, and 4th degree. These are going to be the root notes for our chords. If I put these up, you can see that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4. So we're just going to copy these root notes up an octave, and then we're going to build our chords. You can start by building triads by skipping a note, placing one on the 3rd, skipping the 4th, placing one on the 5th. But in R&B music, they use a lot of advanced chords. And I'm talking about 7 chords. So you do the same thing. You skip the 6 and place it on the 7th. And you can even go like up levels. You can have 9th chords, 13. But then it starts getting really crowded. So I like the 9th chord. We're going to do the same thing on the 6th degree of the scale. Let's see if I do a 7 chord. What about a 9th? So right away you get that R&B feeling. Just so we can hear better, let me put this up an octave. Right here, what we did for the last chord, I took off the 7th and I only have the 9th. And I also left this chord as a triad. I really like this progression. So now what we're going to do is copy this, Command B. So I'm going to take all these chords and I'm going to put them up an octave. So you want to put them right here on the E above. We're going to double them up again and we're going to go on the E right here. Put this down a bit, Command B to duplicate it. So right now we're just creating a chord template for other instruments. So I'm just going to mute this piano and I'm actually gonna clone it. This way it's easy for us to create inverted chords and also melodies with the instruments that we're gonna get. So this was our original chord progression. I'm just gonna add some extra notes on top. I'm just gonna keep this composition pretty simple, but I really want to strum the chords. Preserve the end. And also what I want to do is kind of humanize the chords, give them different velocities. We're also going to put everything down a bit, just make it a bit softer. And right here we can fix the last note, it's not loud enough. So we might use this piano, but I also want to look for other instruments to get different textures. Let's see what we have here. We're going to go in Sky Keys, maybe get some keys or something. I'm going to copy this pattern right here. Sounds pretty good already. Let's do something here. What if we put this up? This is heavy. R&B. Let me save this real quick. Let's see if we can layer this with another instrument, maybe like a pad. I'm thinking for this instrument, I'm gonna take off that top melody. Put the release down, take off these lower root notes, and maybe like open up the chords a bit. Can play with this. I like this, it's kind of dark. I took off the release so like that it cuts right away. I'm gonna add those 2 notes right there. Let's open up Arcade and maybe find like a vocal pad or something. All right, distant voices. Okay, it's on E minor. Wow, this is great. All right, I think we got enough instruments and we don't want to add too much because, you know, the singer is not going to have space. Let's go one by one, start adding effects. starting with some delay. And then the secret sauce for R&B beats to get that gloomy effect is a bit crusher. So I'm using the Decimor 2, and basically it resamples the sound so it kind of sounds old and vintage. There's the high pitch thing there, but you can just take it off. So we're just shaving off some frequencies. There's also some low frequencies that I want to get rid of, so I'm going to use this cutoff thing here. So we'll check before and then after. Just sounds like there's some character to it. So we're good for the first sound. I'm just gonna assign this to new instrument track. We're gonna keep it nice and organized. But then we have this instrument here, and what I do is I just take the effects from the first instrument and I save mixer track to here. And I think for this one we're gonna put some delay, but we're also gonna add some reverb. So I really like to add some delay, reverb, and then the bit crusher. So right away you can like tell it gives you that like, you know, those Drake type beats, the R&B beats feeling. It's like underwater, but it's just a resampler here. Alright, so now let's start with the drums. Alright, so first thing that I want to do is get a nice snare or clap. Let me grab this hi-hat. So if we do the two-step hi-hat, let's see how it sounds. Alright, so one thing about R&B beats that you want to do for the snare and the hi-hats too is just delay them a bit. If I put the metronome, oof, oh yeah, there's some chimes. Definitely need some chimes for R&B beat. Woo! Just creates that intimate feeling. Alright. So I think the only thing that's missing at this point is just the bass. We don't want those crazy 808s like in trap music. We want something softer. And I don't even want the kick at the beginning there. See, maybe we can play with the hi-hats a bit. Give it a bit of a bounce. Alright guys, so let's listen to the full beat now. I just rendered everything to audio loops, so it's cleaner. Just building a climax here with the instruments. Chorus. Second part of the chorus right here. Now the verse. Going back to the basics. Guys, if you want to watch another video like this one, just click right here and let me know if you're feeling this beat.